Hi, Christian Chase here with Chase Real Estate. I'd like to talk to you today a little bit about quality control inspections. Now, a lot of our investors who are out of state or out of country utilize our quality control inspector to inspect their properties. And if you live in the area and you're local and you're inspecting your property on a regular basis, maybe bi-weekly, perfect, that's great. That's something that you should be doing as an investor. If you don't have the time, you live locally and you don't have the time to be able to go out to the property to view how the rehab is progressing while the home is on the market, what does the condition of the house look like, or when it's under contract. If you just don't have the ability to go out there on a bi-weekly basis, I would encourage you to utilize a quality control inspector. Now, we've contracted with a quality control inspection company, and he's actually been working for our firm for the last couple of years, and he inspects properties for us on a bi-weekly basis. A lot of times, properties that I have listed for banks or government agencies, and he goes out and does detailed reports for me so I can report back to my client, hey, these are the items that need to be corrected or how something is progressing at the house. A quality control inspector in our case is you can hire for $300. His name is Brandon. Brandon will go out to the property on a bi-weekly basis. So the day that you close on the property is being rehabbed. He's visiting every couple weeks just to see how the rehab is progressing. And he's sending to you a report, a PDF document with photos and notes of how things are progressing while the rehab is going on. Now, once the rehab gets completed and the home is on the market, he's still visiting the property on a bi-weekly basis just to make sure that the home smells good, there aren't dead flies in the property, documenting any condition changes, and again, on a bi-weekly basis, sending you a PDF report with photos and details of the current condition and then any issues that are at the property. Then, after the property goes under contract, he's still inspecting the property on a bi-weekly basis, and he's going out to the property and identifying any condition changes, things that a buyer may be concerned about. You know, a property is kind of like a living animal. It changes as time goes on, and you really want to stay on top of that. So just recently we had some heavy rains here in the Chicago area, and you know, there could be a small little leak that's in the basement. Now your home is under contract. Buyer goes through to do a walkthrough on the property and they see a spot where water is coming in. Well, that's going to be an obvious concern to them. They're going to think that the basement is leaking. Well, we had some heavy storms. Well, we can address that right now because on a bi-weekly basis, our inspector is going out to the property, taking photos of that, documenting it, everything, and sending it to you. And then that can be easily forwarded to you and to your rehab crew to get that item resolved right away. One of the biggest questions that I get is, you know, Christian, hey, my home is on the market and, you know, we haven't got a contract on this property. Why haven't we got a contract? And the biggest issue is its condition. It's not price. And so I want to address condition issues, not pricing issues, because that's typically not the case. It's more likely, what does the property look like? Why aren't people putting an offer on the house? And we get feedback, and feedback is critical, but that doesn't show every single thing. And an agent may show 10 or 20 properties in a day, and they can't remember every little detail on your property, why the buyer didn't like that. So what will essentially happen is you can go right to our website, chaseforeclosure.com, and on Chase Foreclosure, we have our little crew tab. And I know a lot of our investors are using this, and I think it's great. You can go right onto crew, and you can order quality control inspection. So the day that you close on the house, that essentially will start when the quality control inspector will start doing his inspections, bi-weekly, reporting to you via a PDF document with photos and notes of any items. He will share that with you, and he will also share it with your rehab crew at the same time. And that'll come through the dot loop system that we use. And then at that particular point, any items after you've closed on the property, you've purchased it, he's going out on a bi-weekly basis until that property resells. So whether it takes 3 trips for him out to the property or 20 trips out to the property, he's going to be visiting that property on a bi-weekly basis from the time you purchase it to the time you close. So he's bookending it. And that to me is a critical part. Now, if you are already doing quality control inspections on your property, and I know a lot of our investors are going out there and visiting the house, I think it's great, and that is an important part. I've always said we have a great system in place, but what's a critical part of our system is quality control. It's either you, the investor, are quality controlling it, or you are delegating that to a quality control inspector to quality control that property. So an important part. So all again, Chase Foreclosure, the Crew tab, you can order quality control inspections right through there. He will then send you over a contract. Again, it's $300 from the time that you purchase it to the time that you resell that particular property. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call here at the office, 630-527-0095. Thanks.